Hi everybody, it's time to make the ATCs from the previous video. So I have a variety of focal images. They're all vintage. They may or may not work, I don't know. It's interesting. It's an old weather vane. Too small. Not the right color. This is one of my ancestors, and that's an actual photo that's scanned. It printed really dark. I don't know why. Too dark for that. No. I will say, doing the master board first, you do end up with a little bit of waste, so to speak. I mean, I never would have put this behind there if I was building this from scratch, from the ground up. But, that's okay. It's just sort of a different route to get to a finished product, but you do run the risk of that. If you have something you absolutely love, some little scrap of something, I probably would not put it on a master board. You run the risk of it either getting cut or being covered. However, if you use the master board as a whole, like a journal cover or something like that, you'd be safe. Boy, such dilemmas. All the problems in the world, and Diane's telling you how to not have some precious little scrap of paper covered on an ATC. Oh, I don't like that. That's way too light. Okay. No. Um, I guess a flower. There's flowers on that clock. That's out of a book, by the way, about antiques. And as you can tell, that looks pretty old. I think that's too similar. It's too boring. Would be pretty. I'm not a fan of cutting these out. They're really intricate, but I've done it before. I have a different sheet of a second sheet of this paper. And my dogs are playing, of course. I just have to start a video while they're playing, right? Some people never learn. Yes, they were playing first. It's my fault. Oh, no, actually, I have this too. That would be nice and bold, but I don't know if it's too much. It's not bad. All right, do you want to see me actually complete one, or just sort of put it together and glue off camera like I always do? Well, I just think the way I glue is just way too boring to watch. How about I'll get it pretty well pieced and then I'll set it aside. We'll draw on antennas. Well, that dumb heat streak, whatever you call it. Yeah, Diane, did you just wake up? Yes. Anyway, it broke finally. Just sort of like yesterday. That was a long haul. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I like that. Okay, wow, she likes something. All right, I'm not going to fussy cut this here. I may never fussy cut it. No, I will. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I might sew around that. Okay. Well, this one with the big fat stamp right in the middle. That's not too bad. That's out of a book about vintage fashion. That's not bad either. That's actually a toy. I think the size is a little off. All right, that's okay. I think she could use something to stand on. Either washi tape or a border strip. You know, it matches her really well, but it doesn't match the card to me, to my eye. And since these are probably for me, no. I may stick them in journals someday as journal cards. I haven't made a journal for a while. Yeah, if I can be a whiny pants. Oh, that's pretty good. The last two journals I made, which now you won't see this video for like a month, so I hope this is misinformation. But they're a vintage style. Obviously, I thought I did a good job on them. I don't think for the work on them, they're overpriced and they're just sitting. So, I don't know. I guess I should just stop making journals for the Etsy shop. But I'll let you in on a little secret. The main reason I started this channel was to drive business to my Etsy shop. And that isn't working. So does that mean you give up the channel too? I probably won't. I like to do this. It's sort of fun. And I don't know, for me, I will always make art, whether there's an internet or not. I have to. But if you don't sell it, you don't belong to some art club, you don't have a best friend that does it, that lives next door, to just keep doing it and shoving it in a closet, just to me, and I know not everybody agrees with this, but it just seems sort of kind of pointless, kind of. So that's one reason I do these videos too. At least I can go back and look at my, work, what I did for myself. You are kind of connecting with other people. So I guess I would stick with the videos for a while, but I don't know. It does seem a little silly too. How about look on the bright side because there's a light bulb there. I will cut that apart. All right, that's kind of nice. I like that. Yeah, this could be a little tricky. And there's nothing that says you can't paint over something or, just put paper. So these numbers aren't working out for me. Well, put paper over them or something. A lot of these people, I do know who they are. That's sort of nice. No, actually, uh, this girl on the left, that's all the same girl. And that was her father. Oh, no. All right. Do we have to find something else for this one? No. Back to the bird. That's okay. If we had something here to sort of bring it together, that would be kind of helpful. Maybe it just needs a strip to sort of, to literally join them. Something dark-ish. That's not a bad idea. I don't like that. I have a baggie of borders here. I think that's too narrow. And I know these videos are so thrilling. I shouldn't wonder why. Oh well. All right, we're getting there, but I think that looks too modern with that bird. Too light. No. I thought I could dull that down with ink, and you can. But no. Well, now I want something dark. And if I can't find something dark, I'll move on. That is one thing about making videos. You don't, at least I don't, really work the way you normally work. To me, it's just impossible. I can't have everything here on the counter. If I really did this start to finish, I'd really get no subscribers because it'd be way too boring. Okay, I have a thought. What about black ribbon? Okay. Do you have black? See, I don't have black ribbon here. Let's just take a little strip and pretend it's black ribbon of paper. Okay, pretend that's black ribbon. Okay, that's good. Maybe a word down here. If I think of it, I often forget this. I may round the corners on these. I never did that. Never. And then that sort of became a trend there in ATCs, and I don't know, I just thought it didn't look so traditional. But as we're progressing here, I sort of like it now. So if I remember, I may do that. We could have just story. That's sort of neat. He's like writing. Okay, that's good. It needs something here. I think a postage stamp, and I think a bird. If you bear with me for a minute, I do have bird postage stamps in this box. Right here. What about that? I forget what it was. Kestrel? I can't. Is it Kestrel or Kest? Yeah. Wow, I was right. Yeah, those colors match really well. Okay, a bit of a struggle, but that's good. I mean, it's good. It's not good it was a struggle. The ATC is good. Okay. And then too, when I do this, now I have to go back and glue all this stuff all at once. Whereas if I was making these, you know, not on a video, I would just be doing it as I go, which personally I think is better. That's kind of cool. Let's see, now you're covering this up. Is that a big deal? That's not bad either. It's probably better. I think this needs, that's a big yawning chasm there. Will this line up? This might be the paper I took that from. Yeah, it does. Boy, is she lucky. Not that it has to line up. And in a collage sense, it might look better if it didn't line up. Yeah, we'll glue that down. All right, can she line it up without glasses on? I think so. Okay. Okay, better. That's not bad the way it is. You could put a stamp, just a border here, a trim, a ribbon, a number thing. What about the 6? Just so that way the 3 will come off, and I don't want the 3. All right, I'll cut this with glasses on later. Get on there. Okay, some sort of ribbon or... I don't think I want washi. I don't want that shiny effect down there. I could stitch too. Okay, not bad. All right, folks, should we do like one more? We'll do one more. How long am I doing this? 18 minutes, yeah. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Can I interest you in a 3 today? Maybe. A flower. She could use a phrase, maybe. Maybe something that's stuck here. It's not so fussy. Am I bumping the camera? I'm sorry. All right, if I cut this out, you know, around the flower, not so much around the circle. We'll see. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, what would be her phrase that pays? I'll find one. You must be present to win. Okay, I'm going to finish these off and come back and do a show and tell. Hang on. Okay, we're back. We're done. We have bonus content. If anyone remembers from the previous video, I had 3 that are not 2.5 by 3.5, and then this long piece. So these are journal cards, since they are not the correct size. And keeping in mind they were journal cards, I didn't overly decorate, you know, try to make them like a big picture, a big composition. This one I like. This background area I think is really cool. I put pattern tissue over it and then a little gesso because it was awfully busy and I just couldn't get an image to work right on that. So that's a cool vintage look. I will say though, kind of like what I was saying in the beginning, if you have some precious imagery there, you're going to obscure it. So if you want to try that technique, don't use your precious items. This is a bookmark or a long journal card. It's ribbon here. Some have stitching, some don't. This does not. That one I don't think I changed at all. I did ink around all the edges of these, and I did round corners. Can you tell that? I think it does give it more of a polished look, and it makes it look a little more like a playing card, if that matters to anybody. That one has stitching. This one has stitching all the way around, and I used 2 images. I said that's the same woman. And I found a perfect phrase for her. It's a Tim Holtz. No beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. I knew her for a while. And it was very true. She was funny too. This one. This is a Xerox copy of a photo with a little watercolor over it. That one, I don't think that's different. No stitching there. Stitching here. And this one I did not change, except that that is ribbon now. It's not paper. Okay, well, let's tip our hats to Shannon Green once again. She was my inspiration for this project. So thanks to her, and thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a nice day.